Hey guys, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk to you about the importance of setting up a schedule and keeping to it. So what do I mean by that is that we as human beings, obviously, I've talked about it in the past, but we tend to procrastinate. It's so easy to be lazy. And I think that if you use your trustworthy phone, you can actually set up calendars in it, which will also link up to your computer and stay also on your phone and will basically get your life on a schedule, because I think it's super important to have goals for yourself on a daily basis, and you have to be able to how can I say, accommodate your tasks of the day in such a way that you can manage them so that they can become daily activities that you have on an hour to hour or half an hour to half an hour basis. So time management is super important in this very fast-paced life, especially if you're ambitious and want to achieve certain things in your life, be it making a lot of money, having a family, determining how much time I can spend with my kids, or the vacation that you plan and need to save money for, so that you can actually save that money and have those 2, 3, 4 weeks off and still be able to get back to your regular life. So I use a lot Google Calendars. I think it's amazing. You're basically with your phone. You can just go on your calendar in it and set up reminders, look at your calendars from day to day, as a week, as a whole year. And within those reminders too that I like to do for myself, I usually like to set them up 30 minutes before the activity or the meeting or whatever I'm trying to achieve for that day, be it training at the gym, or even setting up time to spend time with my friends, or even setting up time to have a good 30 minutes to eat. Because in our fast-paced life, sometimes we forget that we also have to kind of slow down and breathe. So it's important that within the hecticness or the hectic schedule that you have, you also find time to either be at 30 minutes a day where you can just sit down on a bench and have some food, or sit at a table and have some coffee, or just set yourself some time for meditation, because it's important for our sanity. But it's also very important that within that sanity we do find a schedule, because, for example, something that I do, and I know that Sundays and Saturdays are usually the Sunday, go to church, hang out, have fun, go in the sun as a Sunday. But the thing is that I do actually set my wake, so my alarm clock, at the same time every morning, be it weekdays or weekends, because I do feel that it's important to get a head start on your day. It's okay to sleep maybe an hour longer or something like that if you want to, but your body will tell you if you really, really need that rest. But at the same time, I do feel that if you can wake up earlier, then you can actually get more out of your day. And even if it's meant to be a relaxing Sunday, because you need it, then you get to relax in a couple hours more than you would if you didn't wake up at that time. And it's very nice to stay and sleep and stuff like that, but it's not what's gonna get you somewhere. And so basically my point is, what are you doing for yourself in order to manage your time better? I see a lot of people that tell me, hey, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. Well, I don't know. There's very successful people like Schwarzenegger that I follow a lot, or Will Smith, or Mark Wahlberg, and you've seen those motivational videos. And if you haven't, just go on YouTube, type motivational video, Arnold Schwarzenegger, time management, stuff like that, and you'll see that these people are actually right. I mean, they wake up sometimes at 5 a.m. in the morning because they have to make a movie, train to get their muscles big. Then they also have to have time to spend time with their family, because if you're that busy and you don't actually put in some time for your family, well, guess what? They're not going to be happy. They're not going to stay. You need to set up time, and that all comes from time management. And yes, they're already at a higher level, so they actually have assistants that can do the monotonous stuff, such as laundry and cleaning the house and stuff like that. But they weren't always that way. I mean, they had to start somehow. And I'm not telling you to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning if it's just horrible. But I am saying that if you can manage your time, you'll find that you can actually achieve way more stuff. Usually give it 30-minute slots. That's usually the time that I like to set up for one activity. So such as eating, getting ready for work, even driving to someplace. Sometimes in LA, unfortunately, it takes more than 30 minutes to drive somewhere. But sometimes you can actually plan out your route in such a way that even though your drive might be an hour, you might be able to split it into two things, so you might actually be able to do a task in between. And that's how you time manage, and you save time, basically. It's called time management, and you get to do a lot more things and enjoy things. And obviously, some people, they might not have those big ambitions, but even within that time, you can also time manage your whatever activity you're doing, and then you don't waste it. Because sometimes, like, I'm a gym rat. I love going to the gym, and sometimes you might actually be in a gym for 3 hours, but out of those 3 hours, what did you really do exercise-wise? Did you do an hour and a half, and then the rest of the time just chit-chatted with your buddies and stuff like that? It's cool, and like I said, you do need to have some time to relax, but maybe that extra hour and a half you could have been writing, or you could have been studying. And also, one thing that is cool about time management, then you start realizing that you actually have more time than you thought you did, and that extra time you can use it to learn new things. You can learn languages, you can learn an instrument. For example, at one time in my life, about 10 years ago, I had already been living in America for a couple of years, and I had some extra time, and I thought, hey, let me set a goal. And that goal can be, let me learn 10 words a day of this language. So I was trying to better my Dutch, because I come from Belgium, so I wanted to be able to be super fluent in that language, just because it's the heritage of my ancestors and stuff. And I became, 90% fluent, which is cool. Still make mistakes, but I was able to overcome that by just simply learning 10 words a day and then reviewing them every single day until I reached, I don't even remember, I think it was like 2,000 or 3,000 words. And hey, if you're doing 10 words a day, that's like 300 days, and you actually have pretty much 3,000 words of vocabulary in language. So that's kind of cool. And I already knew a lot of the vocabulary, and I knew a lot of the language already from having learned it in high school and middle school and grammar school back in Belgium. So yeah, there's no excuse. You can learn so many things in 30 minutes, just 30 minutes a day. So that's why it's important to time manage and be more efficient in your daily life. So anyways, that's my little rant for the day, and I wanted to bid everyone a good day. Bye.